Hey everybody, welcome to Ask Romero episode 3. We've had a lot of questions about my book Doom Guy Life in First Person, and I just want to make sure that you knew that there's a lot of really great stories in it, and I think you're going to really like it, and it'll be out next year.
Jay Berg wants to know, what's your favorite non-id made produced id tech game?
Wow. Non-id produced. Well, that's interesting. I'd have to qualify Half-Life 2 because it uses the Quake engine, which turned into Gold Source and then turned into Source. And I think there's still a little bitty piece of Quake in there. So, yeah, Half-Life 2, definitely amazing game.
Gamaton has several questions. First, what's the truth behind the cacodemon holes?
So I can't talk about those holes, but somebody who can talk about those holes is the one who put them there, and that's Kevin Cloud. So just get a hold of him at id Software and ask him all those hole questions.
Question 2, if it's a secret, will something bad happen if the truth about the cacodemon holes is revealed?
Well, I think if the truth of the Cacodemon's holes is revealed, yeah, something's gonna crack open probably. Who knows? Only Kevin does.
RR News asks this, do you plan on making more classic Doom levels? Hopefully with some heavy music as a soundtrack. Ever consider working with some black metal artists?
Well, Sigil 2 is going to be more Doom levels. In fact, there'll be Doom 2 levels this time, and I'm working with Buckethead on them because his music is perfect for the levels that I make.
Shadowfire asks, if Doom didn't become so dang popular, would Doom 2 still have been made?
Yeah, definitely. Doom 2 would have been made because we started making Doom 2 basically the day after making Doom. You know, we went on Christmas vacation, we came back, Doom 2 was in production. And if, you know, Doom, whatever Doom was going to do was what Doom was doing, we were planning on the sequel because the sequel was not going to be a shareware game, it was going to be a retail game. So it was a different market.
So Eternal Games asks, what is this thing and who is it?
That is a funny skeleton that somebody gave to John Carmack. I'm not sure when they gave it to him, but he got it. I don't think he got it himself, but it was something that he had on his computer for years.
Absolute Truth Seeker asks, have you ever had a dream that inspired you to make a level?
Actually, I really haven't had a dream that inspired me to make a level. I usually make my levels when I run the level editor and I'm ready to start a new one, and I just think at that point, what do I want to make? What's it going to look like? Where is it going to go? How am I going to start? Where could I end? All that stuff is while I'm sitting at a computer, usually not something I dreamt of or wrote down or something.
Quan Song says, hey John, I've got a really important question. What's the crack?
What's the crack is a unique welcome message basically here in Ireland, where people walk up to each other and just like, hey, what's the crack? And crack is fun. Like, what's the fun? And it's like the only country that I know of where people walk up to each other and kind of ask, what's the fun thing? It just lets you know how cool it is here.
Hey Romero, says Devil My Eyes, what are your thoughts on people making Doom textures out of the lion decoration from the fireplace on your house? And can we use it in custom WADs?
I think it's really cool. You know, that texture was made from just one of the interviews that we did. And somebody did a really good pixel editing job on it. And yes, please use that in all of your levels. Go ahead.
Pain Elemental Enthusiast asks, do you agree that the Pain Elementals are the cutest demon?
For you, yes, I do agree. Especially if you look at the plushie of the Pain Elemental, very cute.
Evelyn asks, I'm going to ask this again, but what's your opinion on post-Quake 1 Quake games?
Geez, post-Quake 1, that's a lot of games. Quake 2, when I saw Quake 2 at E3 in 1997, I was really blown away because the colored lighting and the 3D acceleration was just all brand new stuff. And I couldn't wait to play it. And when it did come out and I played it, I think it was in November of 97. Wow. what a great experience. That game was so much fun. Single player was just like perfect. And then in '99, when Quake 3 came out, that was super amazing. And still, I think that game had some of the best shaders I've ever seen in a game. Very, very cool. And then with Rocket Arena 3 on it, God, what a great set of games.
Winter Dragoon asks, if you had to fist fight one demon in Doom, who would it be?
Let's see. Fist fight a demon. I think the Archvile deserves it. And especially with the Berserk pack, because he deserves that hard punch, because he hits you pretty hard and you go flying through the air. You just want to kind of do the same thing back to him.
Boltboy42 says, do you feel fan interaction is key to having a healthy game development company?
I think so. I mean, if we didn't have fans, we aren't making games. And, fans want to be part of the process as well. So it's important for us to hear what fans think, to talk to fans, answer questions, get input. It's really a different world nowadays. And we love talking to our fans on Discord and Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else that we can find them.
Snickerbone says, hey there, Romero. Cooking question. What do you regard as the best dish you have ever made?
Best dish I've ever made is probably chili Colorado. It's a pretty great recipe. It's a classic Mexican recipe that my family's made for generations, and it tastes unbelievably great.
Cthulhu asks, what's the biggest aha moment of your career? The nerdier, the better.
There's probably a couple of them. I'd say my first aha moment was in the summer of 1982 when I got the first book on learning how to program the 6502 chip in assembly language. And I didn't even need that many pages in before I was like, oh my God, I know how to do this. And I got on the computer and started writing in assembly, and it totally worked. And I was just super happy when that happened. The other aha moment was when I saw the Dangerous Dave and copyright infringement demo that Jen Carmack and Tom Hall put on my desk, and I couldn't work for 3 hours because I was totally blown away. Well, everybody, thanks for listening, and I look forward to all your other questions that you're going to ask for episode 4 of Ask Romero. See you then.